incredible professionals, so let me introduce your shopping journeys. So needs are a rational way of opening journeys and running journeys, as opposed to interests that can be stimulated and motivated by content, by media, and by entertainment. And this has been increasingly connected to commerce. So if we look what's happening in China, and particularly what happened in China since the pandemic, is a big shift, and there's an increasing percentage of journeys starting from interests. Store as a stage to broadcast this. And when we look at the boundaries, entertainment, media, commerce, retail businesses, they've been collapsing. It's very hard to define businesses by their core activities. And what we've been seeing increasingly is media companies, and particularly digital media companies, are becoming marketplaces, whereas retail organizations and marketplace players are becoming media companies. These customers and interact with these customers across different channels, and they should be seamless and integrated. These channels interactions generate traffic, and traffic drives sales. If you can capture data from these transactions and interactions, and you can target content to these customers based on the data and understanding their journeys, you can then generate increasing traffic that will eventually drive new sales and transactions. And of course, there are new capabilities to be built within retail organizations. But these can lead to data monetization, personalization. The bottom line of this will be a higher customer lifetime value that really will become economic and financial value for the organizations. Yes, of course, Amazon has been dominating and taking the biggest proportion of this. This is already an established business, and the speed of growth is impressive. It took only 5 years to retail media in the US to scale from $1 to a $30 billion business. So, and capabilities within retail businesses, what will drive, lead, and influence journeys? So, I'm gonna now...
Pioneering spirit, attitude, and commitment. We have crossed generations. With a team of more than 40,000 employees, we are recognized for the strength of our brand. Our business model involves and integrates our chain, offering products and services in different formats. Pão de Açúcar is one of Brazil's most beloved brands. Our premium supermarket format offers a differentiated service proposal. We innovated by creating the first and largest loyalty program on the market. Extra is present in more than 60 cities in Brazil. We are the best option in the districts to make the day-to-day purchase. Our proximity formats grow and adapt to the hectic lifestyles of large cities and urban centers. In the store, on the website, and in the app, the customer chooses where and how they want to buy. We are the largest food sellers in e-commerce. Our own brands adapt to the dynamism of our customers' way of life and the choices they make. We are committed to offering products that combine quality, practicality, and sustainability. Here at GPA, we are committed to acting responsibly, promoting diversity, equal opportunities, and team development. Strengthening relationships with our partners committed to good social and environmental practices, traceability, and animal welfare demonstrates our responsibility to promote a better future. Feeding dreams and lives is the reason and commitment that moves us.
The first runners here. Now we see it in two ways. Looking at the customers and then looking at our partners in the industry. When we look at the customers, we have the largest loyalty program in Brazil, and we have a lot of data on that. And we also have a lot of data coming from our online business. We are the largest online food retailer in Brazil. We have between the program and the actual online business. Over 20 million, 20 customers engaged with us, 7 million customers active. So we start to get and to collect a lot of data. But the important thing is then what you do with it. And one of the things that we noticed that we were collecting a lot of data without actually knowing how to deal and translate that data into something positive. So we relaunched the program in the middle of the year with some tiers of segmentations. And then we, as a customer gets into our program today, he gets as a Cliente buys, and then he goes to gold, and then he goes to black. And the reason we do that, because the data was showing to us that the black customer, what we call internally as the premium and value customer, it has its lifetime 10 times more than a normal customer. So we need to care for those customers in a different way. We need to take care of it. But it also opened the possibility to then talk to the industry, because they
connect vendors to your
also have,
customers through your data.
Through our data, we become that bridge between the customer and the industry. And that's what we've been working with them. We have launched GPA ads. We have launched an area with retail media that is now monetizing through the quality of the data to the industry. And that's a win-win situation here. Because one thing that we do not want to do is to give free run to the industry, to talk to customers that have no connection to what their products. But on the other hand, if you like coffee, and we want to make sure that the coffee industry knows and they can talk to you about it and can showcase their products. What we have seen through the trials that we're doing, and we are now in a rollout model, is that we will continue to grow that on an exponential way. And last but not least, what that has then opened was a huge avenue of income for the company without historical data. So that will be incremental income for the company. So that's how we're working on this front.
Great.
That's why in all those countries, outside of Brazil, it is Mercado Livre. In Brazil, it's Mercado Livre. And as was mentioned, Mercado Livre started as a commerce and then developed the ecosystem, as Alberto said, with fintech, logistics, Mercado Ads, and other businesses as well. And Mercado Ads is already a very relevant business. So we see in your question, what we see in the future for retail media and Mercado Ads, it's already very relevant, and we see it becoming even more relevant. From what we understand, around 70% of the ad spend will be digital by the end of next year, and 25% will go to retail media. So retail media is going to become a very relevant part of the digital ad spend of the companies, the brands. And just another number that is interesting, 7 out of 10 people that want to buy a product, they search for products on marketplaces, on e-commerces, on Mercado Livre and the other players in Brazil and in Latin America.
Which is a shift, it's a journey.
It's a shift. So it's been 1.5 years that Mercado Livre became the first destination for people to search for products. So they search for products more in Mercado Livre than in other search algorithms. And when they search, 80% of the search is unbranded. So people don't put the brand. They start to search for the product, and then they're going to compare the products, the price, the brand, the delivery time, etc., to make their decision. So it's a huge opportunity to use this huge traffic. It's 150 million people that use Mercado Livre every quarter. So this traffic is there, they are searching unbranded. So work with the companies to develop strategies that build awareness, consideration, and conversion for all of those customers around the brand is a great opportunity, and that's what's driving retail media. And it accelerated much faster in China, in the US, and Latin America. It's been 1 year that it's growing very rapidly. Ads is growing 70% against the previous year, against 30% from the marketplace. So it's more than 2 times faster the rate of growth, and we expect the rate of growth to continue in the coming years.
You know to whom you want to talk to, but you need the correct content, and then you need to choose what the best channel for it. I'll give you a couple of examples that we've done, and it's going really well. First of all, we made a lot of investment on infrastructure. Without it, we wouldn't be able to do and to achieve what we are delivering now through our app. So the year of 22 and 23 was a year that we worked behind the scenes to strengthen our app and to be able to really be the one-stop shop point of contact with our customers. And then we knew that there are categories that represents our brand. So we started to launch the live streaming of platform about content, not about sale. And sale became the consequence of that content. So we have the women who leads our barbecue platform. And there we're not actually selling anything at that point, we're just talking about how
Content builds interest that drives sales.
Exactly that. And then we did the same for coffee. We've done the same in Brazil. You cannot not have one for beer, and so on and so forth. So through content, you get the interest, you get the engagement, and then sales becomes consequence of that. But the same thing has been done through the media and social media particularly, where if you get the right influencer with the right content and the public you want to address to, that becomes a great potential for conversion. And that's what we've been trying to work at GPA, and it's been working with extreme success because the industry sees that and they want to be part of it.
It didn't happen as it happened in China, and I think that there are different moments, the purchase moment and the entertainment discovery moment. And if you are decided to make a purchase, you go to an e-commerce. If you're entertaining yourself, then you can end up doing a purchase for a product, but it's a different mindset. You're discovering, you're entertaining, and I think this is more relevant for some categories than other categories. And what we are doing, so I don't know that in the future it's going to be the same convergence in US or in Latin America that happened in China. I don't think so.
Maybe we will not have dominating platforms.
Yes.
But the convergence may eventually happen.
Yeah.
By matching and combining different platforms in single journeys.
Yes. And what we are doing is exactly in this line. So we are partnering with content companies. We partner with Disney, Paramount, HBO, Deezer to have contents to our clients. We started to allow the sellers to build short videos, clips, to explain the products to the other customers. We are allowing customers to put the reviews and to do videos and photo reviews. So we are becoming more engaging and also working with affiliates and influencers to have these influencers in the social medias also talking about Mercado Livre and developing content for Mercado Livre. So we're developing an ecosystem of partners to complement.
But as you see,
The infrastructure. There's a second point here that can't be undermined, which is the leadership. The leadership needs to believe and lead together with the team, because if it's some almost kind of a side project that people do not take seriously as a core project for the business, the chance of it that offline is great. And then find the right people that you want to prepare to invest. I think there are few people that are fully ready for it. So therefore, don't expect for the perfect candidate. Bring people that has the capability of to become, and then help them to get there. Now, we see the possibilities as an endless possibilities because we have in-house. So we have a number of screens through the stores. We have out of home. We have our app and everything, the points of digital point of contact. And we have the massive data that can help the customers to be fulfilled with what they need by our suppliers. Now, the next phase for me is go beyond the obvious. And what I mean by that is if you buy meat in Brazil, the data will tell you to then sell charcoal and beer. Now, one of the work that we are realizing is that that's less obvious and then help us to bring more income from the industry is that we all of a sudden start to understand and matching customers' patterns to say who buys meat, by the way, buys coffee as well. So when that person in your store, don't just sell the obvious, tell them the other categories that people who consume that category would also, even without conscious, buy as well.
Consideration and performance, and in awareness, we can work to improve the KPIs of cost per impression of our customers and bring awareness of the brand, bring awareness of new launches. And then on the consideration, on the clicks, on the campaigns that we do, and also then on performance, on conversion, that is sell more. So all of those KPIs have to be updated in real time so the companies and the agencies have access to that in real time and they can prioritize where to invest the money. It's in Mercado Livre or in other partners. So all of this is a complex and it takes time. So if you have the expectation to have in 1 year the business running, it's not going to happen in 1 year. It takes time to put people, allocate resources and invest on that. And I think the amount, as Marcelo was mentioning, the amount of insights are tremendous because we have the last click. Yes. So you have the top of the funnel, but you have also the last click of what people are buying. So you know the demographics, you know the behavioral, and you have the transactional segmentation. And that's unique on the companies that have the last click. So the amount of insights can be used not only at the marketplace, but also outside. So something that we are starting to work is how can we understand the best audiences for our partners, the brands, and then help those brands to work on awareness, consideration, and conversion of those targets outside of Mercado Livre as well. Not only inside the ecosystem, but also outside the ecosystem. This is the new vision that we are creating to be a company that helps the customers, the brands, outside the platform as well.
That's understanding, dominating the customer, and having data that can translate their journeys, and you have quality of data, quantity of data, relevance, and this requires infrastructure and the foundations, and so it's a long-term process and journey, but there's a big opportunity, and there are clearly new challenges and capabilities to be embedded within retail organizations that are connected to content management, to eventually media, and to redefining partnerships, because from both speakers here. You see, this is not something that you can run alone. You need to really rely on stakeholders, multiple stakeholders, and build alliances and connections that will make this possible. So thank you so much.